The Southern Wastelands were named well. The sun blazed down on the desert, the heat enough to cook a man inside his armor, or turn their metal shell hot enough to crisp flesh into black char. But the ancient knight felt nothing. Nothing but hate. His old leather scabbard, made from the hide of a long extinct wyvern, bounced rhythmically on his hip, a familiar sound that the knight cherished, contrasting with the grinding, gritty sound of sand infiltrating and being crushed throughout the seams of his armor. Letting his mind focus on them as he walked from one sand dune to the next, trying to appease the hate that followed him, the hate that was within him. Days and weeks of journeying, pushing through the south, his mind peaceful, his thoughts drifted far from himself, so much so that he almost didn't notice the ambush set for him. Barbarians, most likely black raiders of the Feral Khan, who had been said to have conquered and joined so many of the warrior tribes in the South Wastelands. Baron Volligar was almost happy to see that pure warriors still existed in Mythos. The old knight relaxed his body and let 1,000 years of experience in battle rise to the surface of his being. The Baron hoped they had more to offer than that. The warriors were strong, each a champion in his own right. But the Baron had lifetimes to hone his skill, and the outcome was inevitable. In a long-forgotten tradition, the ancient knight pointed his sword in salute and challenge to the Pale Raider. Blows like a mountain crashing on top of him shook the Baron and cracked his old bones. A clean hit struck deep. What was left of the Baron's vital fluids poured from the wound down his legs and into his boots. He hated so much of what his life had become. Decadent and self-righteous Carpathia and Lucretia, convinced of their own superior destiny. He'd hated all of it. He hated all of them. But there was one thing he hated more. The steel gauntlet squeezed the raider's throat. The Baron had been weakened from his journey through the desert. He was hungry, and he could feel the pulsing vitality in the warrior's neck. The Baron hadn't seen his own reflection since he became what he was. But he knew what he looked like. You could tell by the horror in his victim's eyes. He knew eventually he would return north to the land held by his people. Carpathius would argue him into taking part in their petty war. Lucretia would manipulate him into doing the same. But for now, the ancient knight would keep on his journey. With luck, he might find more of these warriors in the desert, and the Baron could be who he loved to be.